Good morning, everyone. Technology sometimes is not on our side, but we are grateful that when we're able to overcome it and conquer it, everything works out. It's just, sometimes technology doesn't work with us. Sometimes, sometimes technology is like people. One day can be fine, tomorrow can be different. So, but we are glad that when we're able to overcome certain technological problems, we are fine. So let us just start. As I always say, guys, please contact me either through Twitter or through my email address. Today, what we're doing is that we're looking at adding and subtracting unlike fractions. So today we're going to have a conversation about an LCD or an LCM. What is an LCD? What is an LCM? Are they the same thing? Are they not? An LCD is where both denominators, the lowest number with both denominators are the same in terms of their multiples. So when I count in 8 and I count in 3, the first number that I meet, which is common to both of them, is 24. Hence, both of them were changed to 24, and whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. So whatever multiplied by 3 to give me 24, I must use it to also multiply on top. So it's times 8 times 8 times 3 times 3. I get 24. I get the result of 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 2 is 16 over 24. Add them, and I'm done. So quickly write that down, and then just tell me in the chat if you're done writing. So please, 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 quickly write this down. Quickly write this down. I'll give you 1 minute to write it down. 1 full minute to write it down. Your minute has started. Good. Write this down. You have a minute. Please, please, please write this down so we can also have a discussion. Remember that in order just to add or subtract fractions, the denominators need to be the same. I need notification of at least 4 people. So I have 1, I'm short of 3. I'm short of 3 people to tell me that they're done writing. Please write down this example over here. Quickly as possible, I'm short of 3 people to tell me that they're done writing. I'm short of 3. right? Called an LCD. And you can sometimes it's called LCD slash LCM, because when you count in the multiples, you getting it. So you have 3 and 6. Now you want to get a number where the lowest number where 3 and 6 are common. Sometimes it's best that you just multiply. What is 3 times 6? You get 18, right? Or you can do the process of investigating by saying, okay, I say 3, 3, 6, 9, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. Is 18 times 6. So it's times 6 on the bottom, times 6 on the top. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do to the top. Then you say to the on the 6th side of 1 over 6. What times 6 gives me 18 times 3 at the bottom times 3 at the top. Then you get the results. 1 times 6 is what? 6. 3 times 6, 18. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 6, 18. Then you just add 6 plus 3 is 18, which is 9 over 18. You simplify how? How many times does 3 go into 9? 3 times and into 18. It goes how many times? What? It goes, no, 9 goes to itself once and into 18 2 times. This goes directly to that. Then you're done. Then you are done. Then you are done. Oh, sorry about that. Then you are done. I was looking for the razor. Then you are done. Let me look at another example. I don't really want you guys to focus on this example. Let's come here. LCT here is what? 4 for LCM. Let's check if we were right. You can, how do we know it's 4? Is that if we look at the multiples, right? Let's go to the multiples. We count in 4s. We look at this. We count in 4s. Start with it. Go 4. Right? Then we say 8. And you say 12. The first 3. Right? Then you go to 2s. You've got what? 2, 4, 6. What is the lowest multiple where both numbers are common? Both rows, 4 and 4. So 1 is already 4, you don't change it. But the other one, you say, okay, what times 2 gives me 4? It's 2. So times 2 at the bottom, times 2 at the top. So then we get to 15 over, because it's 5 over 4 plus 15 over 2. Then you multiply it by 2 over 2 because it's times 2 at the top, times 2 at the bottom, which is 30 over 4. You add the 2. 5 plus 30 gives me 35 over 4. Then my final answer is 8, 3 over 4. Why? Because 4 goes into 35 how many times? 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 3 is 35. That's my final answer. Any questions now? Oh, please write this down as well, this example. Any questions now in relation to this about the LCT? Any questions? Any questions about the LCT? That's an LCT. The LCT allows us to be the common denominator so that we can add or subtract the fractions. So any questions now before we move on to the next question? Please write down this example. 5 over 4 plus 15 over 2. Please write down this question. I'll give you 1 minute to do it. Are there any questions? Any questions from anyone? Any questions? Now I can, all right, so there's one person who says they don't understand, all right? I will re-explain. I will re-explain. Besides one who does not understand, is there anyone who don't understand? Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Please write this down, and then I'll re-explain with a new question. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. I'll re-explain with the new question. All right. Please write this down, and then I'll re-explain with the next example. You have 20 seconds left to write it down, and I'll re-explain with the new question. You have 20 seconds to write it down. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can I get a notification who's done writing so I can move on to the next one? Can I get a notification of who's done writing? All right. I just need, just confirmation of people are done. Remember, I said there are many ways. We can screenshot. We can do a lot. Right. All right. I just need 2 more people to tell me that they're done. And I change the slide so I can explain. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Guys, let's do this. This one, the number is quite massive, right? I have, but let's use it, right? I have 4 over 12 plus 7 over 20. Né? My LCDs got from looking at this number and this number. These 2 denominators. I must change these denominators in such a way that once I get my answer, for me to get my answer, I need to have them the same. That's what must happen with these denominators. I need to change them into a particular number where the answer would be the same. So there are 2 methods. You can either multiply both of them, right? Right? But sometimes not advisable. You can multiply both of them, you get an answer sometimes, which is what? 240, right? Because 20 times 12 times 20 is 240. Or, right? Or you can count the multiples. In this situation, because of the extent they are, it was easier to multiply them. And then you take this denominator as the one that's going to help you change the one side, and this denominator as the one that's going to help you change the other side. Why? Because even when you count out the multiples, you're going to find out that for you to get 240, it is 12 20 times. So you multiply the 12 by 20 and then the 4 by 20. Why? Because whatever you do to the denominator, you have to do to the numerator. You multiply the 20 by 12 and the 7 by 12 because whatever you do to the denominator, you do to the numerator. As I say, that we could have counted in the multiples to say 12, then we get 24. You know, we're counting their multiples. There are two ways to doing this, right? The one way is multiplying the two fractions, and that's how you can get an LCM, an LCD. Or you can count out the multiples and see where they meet first. So the lowest would be 240, right? The lowest would be 240. And you use either denominator to help you change the other one, where you use 20, say 12 times 20, 4 times 20. Here you say 20 times 12, 7 times 12. You get your answers. 4 times 20 is what? 80 over 240. And 7 times 12 is what? 84 over 240, because that's your common denominator. Then you add them. It's 160 over 240. And then what I did was I simplified. I said divide by 10 is 16 over 24. Then I said divided by 8 is 12 over 3. We're looking for a common number most of the time to divide it to simplify. Any questions? LCD means lowest common denominator. LCM means lowest common multiple. They are the same thing. It's the denominator where both of these numbers can be the same in order for us to add. Because remember that with fractions, you only add or subtract them if the denominators are the same. So if the denominators are the same, that's when we're able to add or subtract them. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Are we still lost? Please write down this example. Then we'll go to subtraction quickly as well. Please write down the example. Then we'll go to subtraction as well. But are there any questions? Is there anyone who has a question? Because all we're doing is just changing the denominators in order to get to one denominator that we can add them or subtract them with. And the same method in which we change the one denominator should be the way we change its numerator. Then we can add the fractions or subtract them to get a final answer. I will go again over this when we go to quickly now to go to subtraction as well. When we go to subtraction, but is there any question? Please write this down. If you are done, write it down. Then we go to subtraction so that you can understand the importance of changing the denominator. So can I get a letter of how many people are done writing down the example? So that when I go to subtraction now, you guys can see the importance of changing the denominator. Because that's what is crucial, is changing the denominator in such a way that you can add or subtract the fraction, because the only way to add or subtract the fraction is that the denominator must be the same. It's important that the denominator must be the same. So can I have notification from 2 more people that are done? 2 more people that are done. That you are done writing this example. 2 more people that they are done writing this example. Right. 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 One more. One more person to show that everyone is done. Good. Subtraction. Guys, let's start here. So I first change my proper into improper. I find that I have 12 over 15 minus 2 over 3, right? Changing my mixed into an improper. Looking at numbers of 3 and 5, 12 over 5, and I have 2 over 3, right? Because I've got 2 over 5 minus 2 over 3. which is 12 over 5. This is just this. I converted this into this, where, you know, multiply this, multiply the bottom at the top. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 over 5 minus 2 over 3. Looking at them, what is the lowest common multiple or denominator that they can be? Let me count in threes first. 3. So I count 3, 6, 9. That time I don't know what is it. 12. Let me read this. 12, 15, 18. And then I've got 5. 5, 10, 15, 20. So which is the lowest number which is both common in these sets of multiples? It's 15. So it means that the lowest common denominator, or the number that I want to change the denominators to, is what? 15. So I asked myself, what times 5 gives me 15? It's 3. Or you can even count 1, 2, 3. Let's say x times 3 times 3. Why? Because whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Then what times 3 gives me 15? 5. So it's times 5 times 5. Why? Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 12 times 3 is what? 36. 5 times 3, 15. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. So I have 15 and 15, which is the denominator that I've been searching for. Then I just subtract. 36 minus 10 is 26. 26 over 15. Now I want to get it back into a mixed, because it's important. So what times 15 is, so 26 divided by 15 is what? Goes 1 times. 1 times 15 is 15. So what's left for me to be 26? 11. So the answer is 1, 15, 1, 11 over 15. That's how you do it. 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 How do we understand? All we are doing is that you change the denominator in such a way that it becomes common. Once you have the same denominator on both sides, because obviously the numerator would have also changed, then you can add or subtract. Then you can add or subtract. So are we understanding, so that we can try and exercise now for the last 4 minutes? Because I want us just to try some questions for the last 4 minutes to see how we fare, and then we'll finalize this tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, we're going to finalize this. So can I just get a notification of who understands? Are we understanding? Are we not understanding? And please write this down, but can I get to see who understands, who doesn't understand? But I would love that you guys try the exercise, and then we finalize this tomorrow with more and more examples. So since I've got notification that you guys are done and my time is running away from me, let's just do this. Do number 2 and number 4 quickly. You have 3 minutes to do number 2 and number 4. 3 minutes to do number 2 and number 4. 3 minutes to do number 2 and number 4. Thank you for sharing that you understand. That is beautiful. I am a happy man. As long as you guys are clued up and seeing the picture. As long as if you see the picture, it works out for me. Because that's the most important part, is the main picture. What are we trying to see? What are we trying to paint? What are we trying to get? So as long as you see the main picture, then it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So in these 3 minutes, just try. You have 2 minutes left to try do number 2 and number 3. Just try and figure it out. We do corrections and then we close the class. Then we close. One minute left. Who is done? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is what I love. Done, done, done. Yes. This is what I love. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. So all you do is that you look for the common denominator. Our common denominator here was 44. We count in 11s or, because here multiplying both of them would have been a problem. But counting in 11 and we knowing that 44 is a multiple of 11. So knowing that generally helps with a bigger picture to say, you know what, I can change this into 44. And having that in mind, saying that I can change that into 44, you know that now you'd go to a process of saying that, okay, since I can change that into 44, I can multiply this by 4 and multiply this by 4. And then I get an answer of 12 over 44. This is already 44 because our LCT what? It's 44. So 12 plus 10 equals to 22 all over 44. If I simplify this, I'm going to have 2 over 4, which is equal to 1 over 2. Why? This divided by 11 and this divided by 11 gives me 2 over 4. This divided by 2 and this divided by 2 gives me 1 over 2. I come here, I see 2 and 7. Now I think to myself, which is the common number that they can have? By counting twos, I know that I can reach a multiple of two. If I count in twos, I say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, and we ended 18. I count in sevens, I've got 7, 14, 21. I realized that they meet at what? 14. You could have even just multiplied the two denominators. 2 times 7, right? And you'd get what? 14 as the common denominator. Then I multiply the bottom by 7 and I multiply the top by 7. Same thing on the other side. Multiply the bottom by 2 and multiply the top by 2. Then I have what? 35 over 14 minus 10. Oh, there was a mistake here. It's supposed to be 14 over 14, sorry. So it's 35 over 14 minus 14 over 14. There was a mistake. So 35, let's just cancel this. Yes. So 35 minus 14 gives me what? 35 minus 14 gives me 21. 21. Yeah. 21 over 14, which is what is equal to 3 over 2. So it gives me 21 over 14, which is equal to 3 over 2. Right? Which is equal to 1.5. Please quickly write down the corrections. Please quickly write down the corrections. You have a minute to write down the corrections. You have 1 minute to write down the corrections. I saw my mistake. And it's good. As long as you see that you're getting it correct, it's fine. So please write down the corrections. You have 1 minute. Then I want to show you your homework and then we close. Then I want to show you your homework and then we close. The correct answer here is 21 over 14, which is final answer 1.5. So you have 1 minute to quickly write down the answers for me to show the homework. And now it is at 20 seconds. 20 seconds to write down the correct answer. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, here is your homework. Here is your homework. Those who are writing down, do number 1, number 7, and number 12. Are there any questions? Any questions? Are there any questions? Because now we have to close. Our time is up. Now we have to close. So are there any questions? And then I'll have to say goodbye. We end the story. Are there any questions? Does anyone have a question? Are there any questions? Questions going once? Questions going twice? All right. All right. From me, seeing that there are no questions at all, no one has a question, it is bye from me. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being superstars. Thank you for being super students. Thank you for taking the time, and see you tomorrow. This is me signing out. Goodbye. Bye-bye.